it's time to fire it up. Anytime you jump on, I invite you to close down your eyes as we're going to take some breaths. And just before you close your eyes, we're going to begin some nasal breathing, connecting with Mother Earth, and we really want to ground in, and as we breathe in that abundance. We expand our body, we breathe in that abundance, and then we give that abundance back to Mother Earth as we create a balanced form of giving and receiving, creating reciprocity, balancing out our chemicals in our body and really grounding us in, because as much oxygen comes in, as much carbon dioxide goes out. And also with the release and let go, you can also bring in that energy, and as you let go of any resistance, sound. So when you're ready, anytime, just close down your eyes and just take some breaths as you are. Just tune into your heart space and give your heart a tap just to tune in and feel the golden light drop through the centre of your body and driving deep into Mother Earth, and just feeling that red, soothing, safety, motherly energy connecting in now. And just breathe as you breathe in, and on my count we'll begin to breathe in the life force energy of Mother Earth, all that abundance is all around us. That's it, going deeper and deeper, feeling even more connected and grounded and calm. As you feel the golden light wrap around, you hear it, see it, sense it, you feel it. And on 3, we're going to exhale all our air, and then we're going to begin 22 breaths in through our nose and out through our mouth. And on the exhale, on the last one, we're just going to soften and just hold our breath for a few seconds, and then bring that energy back. There's a balance in for 4 and then out for 4. So on 3, 2, 1, exhale and breathe. Some sound. Four more. 2 more. Last one. Exhale all your air. Just feel the tingles and soften. Roll your neck and just drop deeper into your body. Anytime you need to breathe, just breathe and just hold. And on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, energy in and out. And just bring your breath back to its resonated state. In for 4, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4, in and out. It's amazing what can happen with the power of breath, especially when you start mastering your own breath. Woo!
Hello everyone. It has been forever.
Scotty T, what's happening, my brother?
Online.
What's going on?
And our intention today is just to show up and really speak into what's been happening behind the scenes of Sam and I. We have been going through massive transformation.
Big shift, big time.
We've been in our cocoon, we've really looked within. And this time is so important to really have that hermit phase, to really regenerate the new beliefs and embody the practice of what we truly believe right now. And it's all been changed. Our belief systems have been shaken up and we've been questioning everything, and it's been beautiful. And now we're coming out of our cocoon, new butterflies, new transformed, new way of living, new way of life. And we're super excited to share with you a bit of our journey, which has been massive. Just start off, like, I'll be complete transparent. Yesterday, we were going to jump on live and share with you guys what was happening, and we set up and created space, and I was agitated. I was not in the right frame of mind. I was agitated, and Sam was like, "You all right?" And I was like, "No, I'm not okay." And I really sunk into what was actually coming up for me, and it opened up a beautiful space for us to sit and process and speak it out. And what we got down to the bottom of it was just, I didn't feel safe in regards to the masculine energies, the masculine presence. I didn't feel safe in the relationship, just being held, you know, and it just doesn't come back to just us. It's all males in my life. Stemming back from, you know, when my mum had the car accident and my dad had to take care of her. I didn't have a male figure in my life, and that was when I was 8 years old. And then from that just kept playing out within my life. You know, I've been raped, just not feeling safe in that masculine energy. And I've never really sat down into it. And that's where the agitation comes from. The anger is just a surface level. When we sink in and actually feel what's underneath and what's underneath the layers, because there's so many layers, anger is just the top. That's just the trigger point.
The surface level, yeah.
Yeah.
And that can most definitely be a cop-out as well.
Yeah.
You know, we've got to be able to get to the deeper stuff.
It's super easy being angry because you can blame other people. As soon as we sink in to what's coming up for us and how we feel in that moment and question the why, that's when we can transform, and that's when we can let go and fully accept and then move on. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful to be able to sit in the emotion and really open up and have that beautiful conversation and a safe space, you know. And that's the one thing that we have been going through is conscious communication, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, healing our masculine and feminine wounds. I mean, there's a big shift going on and a beautiful portal that's opened around being held by the feminine to heal your masculine wounds, and being held by the feminine and held by the masculine, you know, and supported from the other energies. And it's so powerful because the transformation myself and Yanni have had through over the 5 years has been incredible, but it just seems to be getting deeper and deeper and deeper.
Layers.
And especially over the last year, we've really dived into, you know, my feminine wounding, and then obviously Yanni's masculine wounding, and we've been holding the space for each other for that. Because you've got to understand is when we are children and we have betrayal around other kids or even our parents, okay, that creates, you know, deep trust wounds. And then we grow up and we kind of all say, oh yeah, I trust everybody. It's like, oh, it all plays out unconsciously, the meaning we are unaware of it. It's like, cool, you know what, can I really open my heart a little bit more to fully receive the masculine and fully receive the feminine, like fully? Because for me, I've had huge wounds around the masculine and the feminine, and the majority of the world would be more masculine because, you know, there's a lot of wounding around that masculine energy, and that belongs in women as well. And same for myself, I have masculine and feminine. I'm probably a little bit more in my masculine than I am my feminine, but I like to keep it quite balanced, and then I kind of to and fro. But my essence is my masculine, divine masculine.
And then a deeper layer for that is because we all have masculine and feminine energies within us. It's like if we don't trust outside, it's because we don't trust ourselves. You know, everything that plays out in our environment is because of whatever is going in internally and within us. So, you know, that's when we fully take radical self-responsibility and take everything that's happening around us as a mirror reflection of what we have been suppressing within us. And as soon as you have that realization, and as soon as you have that full responsibility, you can start seeing everything as a beautiful lesson, as a beautiful teachings, and stop projecting on the outside world and projecting on the people around you, and really be like, okay, what have I not worked through yet?
And why is this coming up?
Why is this coming up?
Yeah.
And then you get to move through things so much faster. It's letting go of that resentment. It's letting go of the blame game. You know, it's taking full responsibility for everything.
Yeah. And that's been huge in our relationship. And also, you know, the piece around understanding why we actually do this work, why we actually go deep into our shadows, into the, you know, the suppressed parts of ourselves. And it's ultimately because when we heal these wounds, we become lighter, we become free. Yeah, and our unconscious is attracting everything into our reality. Our soul, is literally attracting everything into our reality to learn that lesson, to feel them deeper emotions. And this is all emotional intelligence, as well as, you know, doing all the other stuff. It's bringing it all together. And I mean, I'm a bit speechless, to be honest, to find words to fathom what is happening with our relationship in the last year, even the last 6 months to a few months. I mean, I'm so much more open to receive the feminine. A lot of that wounding came from my mum, because she was very emotional, and that's not her fault. You know, that's just what she was going through at the time. But we pick up on energy as children. When we're actually born into this world, we're very whole as a soul. And then what happens is we get all this programming which goes on around us, and it put blocks around us, our heart, and, you know, all these limiting beliefs and wounding and trauma. And there's deep trauma and there's low level trauma, you know, but it can be literally as simple as, no, don't do that, or, you know, you contract, or your parents shout at you, or you get betrayed by someone, or you're picked on, or, you know, sexual abuse, whatever it is, or you know, body shame, genital shame, cock shame, you know, yoni shame, or whatever it is, as a young child, that literally, you know, can then create all our subconscious programs for our whole entire life and our beliefs.
And, you know, like, to be able to receive more love from other people, it all comes down to receiving more love from ourselves, and that's how we've been able to have a deeper connection with each other.
Yeah, 100%.
It's because we've been looking into self-love, like actually loving ourselves completely 100% for everything, our vessel, our mind, our soul, like loving all parts of ourselves, because we can't receive love if we're not open for ourselves, and it all starts with ourselves, like everything. And so really opening up our hearts, we've been able to open up to each other.
And that goes from healing our wounds. And there's something really, really potent about, you know, doing this self-love work, because there's so many layers. I'm still there, like Yanni fully, I would say, is fully nearly there, you know, like, and it's been a trigger for me, especially with our happiness as well. And I'm like, how can you be so happy, you know? And I've been on this amazing journey of like, right, okay, I'm triggered by this. You know, she's not overindulging it, or it's a fake facade. And I really, really am, you know, because you can be like that and still do the deeper work. But something I just wanted to chime in on and speak into is the amount of love we're able to receive for ourselves and love ourselves is the amount of love we're able to radiate back out into the world. So the amount of love we're able to receive and give ourselves is the amount of love we're able to give others.
Yeah.
Okay? And just as important is the amount of work we do on ourselves. You know, the depth we go on ourselves is the depth we can only take others.
Yes, 100%.
You know, that's integrity. That's a piece.
I'm just going to touch on this happy note, because like people can take the happy route, and I did take a happy route when I was going through my teenage years and things like that. But I went through so much trauma when I was like 8, and feeling that pain of losing a parent and having your family ripped apart. That, like, it's important to feel your emotions, you know. When you feel deeper levels of pain, it also opens you up to higher levels of joy.
It's your medicine is birthed, your gifts.
Like, yes, like literally. So it's so important to feel all the shades of all your emotions, because yes, the lower rays, they do have a purpose. Like, it's contrast, it's polarity. If we were always up here, how would we know we were always up here? Because we don't know the layers, the shadows, the negative emotions, but they're just emotions. People call them negative, they're not negative, that you can find pleasure in the pain. It's actually beautiful for release. You can feel it release on a cellular level. Like, your body, it doesn't want to hold that stagnation of energy. Like, allow it to flow through you. It feels beautiful to cry, like, you know, allow it. And the more you feel your emotions, the quicker it can be. Like, you don't dwell on it. Like, you just allow it to come up. Don't get stuck in the story. As humans, we can easily get stuck in the story of, but why did it happen? But why is this? Because everything happens for us to feel. Like, emotions are superpowers. We are humans. Like, we get to feel. It's beautiful. So own it. Own your shit. Own whatever comes up for you in every moment. And like, allow these triggers to be activations. That you're having a conversation with, you know, your mentor, your friend, your family. If something comes up for you and you're like, ooh, I'm triggered, I'm gonna feel this anger, go into a room and scream. Like, I bought us some...
Well, there is a bit more of a process, you know, that you do need facilitation to a point, so you're able to actually be in this space of emotional intelligence where you can actually move through that stuff.
But I was going to say, I've got boxing gloves for us. For like, if there's anger that's coming up, I was like, all right, I got anger to release, move out my body. And we've got mitts and boxing gloves, and we just smash it out for like 5 minutes.
Meet each other wrestling.
Because it's fun. Because then you're feeling the anger, and I'm like, ah! And it feels good to move my body to release the anger. It's not on Sam. It's literally just letting it go. And thank you for the activation, because all it is just a trigger for an emotion that I haven't yet felt.
And these triggers will keep on coming. They will just keep on showing up until you've felt the deeper levels. And, you know, for years, we were doing deep work, you know, ceremony and medicine, and, you know, we were holding space for each other. And that's a powerful reason I feel we've shifted, you know, to where we are, is because we've spent all them years holding space for each other and being able to navigate these emotions. But what we found was a lot of it was just touching on the surface. So now we've really been able to navigate the deep emotions, you know, the anger at the top, and then you've got the sadness, you know, the fear, the you know, the grief, etc.
Pain.
And I mean, feeling grief now for me is like feeling pleasure. It's just it's liberating to feel that let go out of my body. And
you feel the heart expand.
Yeah, I feel so. I mean, there was that post I did and shared my experience around. I woke up one morning and just felt so much rage and hatred towards the feminine. And I knew it was something I had to really drop into. And I was like, Yanni, I need to go into a process. It's like, I'm feeling all this stuff coming up. And I could have just, you know, walked away, got angry, and just went to the gym and just avoided it, you know, deflected it. And it's not really, it's still in my cells, it's still in my body. But I, you know, through my emotional intelligence and my awareness through doing this for years, I was able to go into a process and be like, hey, Yanni, I've got the call that you need to come in and hold me through this. And it was a powerful moment where she was on top of me and she was holding me, and I just felt so safe to express all that in front of the feminine. And what actually happened was just like an absolute miracle. And that transformed my relationship with my mum and all feminine women in my field. Because I was, even though this was a very micro piece, and I've always been very open, I've been very much in my feminine for a long time, and, you know, because that's part of my journey to really embody my feminine so I can hold more of my masculine. And wow, just like, I'm just like so much more open. And it's you know,
beautiful.
Feel safe to actually speak more about my emotions, even though I always did, but it was just, you know, to express it in front of a feminine. So, yeah.
It's beautiful. And we want to talk a bit about our journey in March. We went to embodiment retreat, which was a big thing, like another activator, another layer for us to really embody the practice. And a big thing that came up was just the truth frequency, you know, speaking your truth in every moment. And that's like not lying. For me, that was like I was having the good girl facade of not speaking up when I had something
People
to
pleaser,
say.
yeah.
It's a people pleaser of just like, you know, agreeing because not wanting to hurt people's feelings. Like I was wearing the good girl facade. And, you know, it's beautiful to be able to speak my truth now. And it's not my responsibility how people react because that's their journey. I say it from heart space only, but it's my responsibility to speak my truth in every moment because that really opens up my throat chakra and allows me, to speak your truth in that expansiveness of letting go of having to be liked by everyone as well. That's another big thing as well, because if I don't speak my truth, then I might not be a lesson for them as well. It's a dancing on a weaving. It's like the truth frequency.
You're also losing your sovereignty as well because you 100%. Don't speak your truth. You're actually, you're giving your power away.
Yeah.
And as much as it will trigger people, like when Yanni comes up to me and goes, "I need to speak some truth," it might trigger the hell out of me, and I'd be like, and I've just got to hold it, and it could be a projection from Yanni. Or it could be meeting in the truth because you've got two people's truth. They could be projections, okay? And then you've got to be able to meet in the truth and actually go, okay, all right, thank you for bringing that up.
Mm-hmm. And open to receiving. Truth is working in both ways. It's like sharing whatever's on your mind, like what needs to be spoken, but also receiving the truth and not reacting and allowing it to sink in. Don't be on the defensive mechanism, like, just allow it to sink in, trust in the process, And sometimes people just need to be heard and witnessed, and just their truth needs to be spoken. And I always bring it back down to the 4 agreements, Big thing is don't take things personally.
Sometimes... Yeah, Sam, don't take things personally.
Sometimes we just need to speak the truth, and it's just about us. It's always just about us. It's whatever we're working on, whatever's true for us in that moment. Don't take things personally and hold that space for the other people. It's just like you are a sovereign being. Allow your unique soul expression to shine through, hold that space. And guess what? They come to their own ha-ha moments. They come back around, they can apologize and make up, whatever, but it's just... don't take things personally. It's the biggest thing.
The masculine will always want to logically get to why, and it's just don't say anything. Just hold space for the feminine and allow them to speak, and just hold them, or just hold space and learn. You can learn how to do that. There are obviously deeper levels to this. As much as we facilitate and teach, but just something I wanted to drop into is around. Tribe and their embodiment fam, limitless love and leadership, Abigail and Jared, and all the facilitation team, Lino, Brad and Cassie, and they're just, and we feel we've been finally truly met.
Yeah. And
we've been in a lot of fluffy spaces, and in spaces we thought were kind of embodied, and it's like you get that feeling. It's like and if you've been watching our stuff, myself and Yanni, we've always been working on our personal embodiment, and we're always the first one to question our beliefs. And like I said in that live a few days ago, is that we thought we were doing the deep work, even though it was a level. We've just gone to a whole nother level deep.
And the journey is forever. What this embodiment 7 days was
no destination.
About. If we really crack the facade that facilitators have to have their shit together, because no one's ever got their shit together.
I ain't got my shit together.
No one ever does.
Sometimes I do.
It's a constant journey, and it was a beautiful thing because the facilitators got just as much out of it as the participants.
Yeah, they got their shit fucked up as well, just as much as all we did, and that's how we run our spaces.
Everyone had a piece to play, right? It was like a beautiful piece of the beautiful jigsaw puzzle that we all painted, the picture. Like, there was no we tell you what to do type thing, and that's what really cracked it open for me, because I went, my expectations, I went to be facilitated and held and things like that, but it's also looking externally And we say, look within, we look within all the time, but I still went with the expectation that like it will be facilitated in this particular way.
Codependency.
Codependency. And at the end, we had a beautiful truth circle that I was able to speak into my truth. And I realized that I was just running a sisterhood trauma bonding. Trauma bonding. Yeah. Because I haven't yet fully been met with my sisterhood tribe of like fully bringing in the truth. And I have a few friends now that we speak into the truth, and it's been fun. Oh, I won't swear. Bloody beautiful.
Why can't you fucking swear?
Oh, I can't fucking swear. Because, yeah, being met in the truth and being able to bounce off each other and grow together, because I felt like my sisterhood that I was hanging out with, like I was always the teacher, and like I wanted to grow together, you know? And in this embodiment retreat, I was met with all the women there and the facilitators, and they allowed me to fully allow God is divine source, soul expression, to shine through me, and to not look externally, and to really believe in myself completely 100%, and to trust myself, and to realize that we are all the same. And like we are facilitators ourselves, and we're going to show up just the same way, that there's no pedestaling, because we are all journeying forever in forever our life. There is no destination. We always want to become the best version of ourselves. There's always another layer. There's always another level to level up, you know? And so when we facilitate, it's going to be beautiful, because if something comes up for us, we're going to feel our emotions, and we're going to show like
true leadership. True leadership is being vulnerable. The vulnerability of being in a space and not feeling like you've got to have it all together. I mean, I've let go of so many facades through my own personal journey of channeling and being so connected with the spirit realms ever since my journey, like 5 years ago. And you know, I had to peel away these facades of, oh yeah, I'm the channel, I'm the, you know, the spiritual dude, the, you know, keeping it all centered. And
Mr. Too Serious.
Yeah, and that one as well. Like that got a bit, you know. And you know, Jana's been a powerful reflection around the play and dance and fun you can have, but still do the deeper work and have fun doing that as well. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, I won't go too much into you know, jamming around all your guides and stuff, but I will just tune in and let you know that when we really start to tune into our unique soul expression, and you've got God's source, and you can imagine a direct line, strand coming right the way through, that's when we start to unlock our unique soul expression, our ancient being, our soul. Our soul is so unique. It's so unique. Everyone is unique and has their own special flavour, medicine and gifts to bring into this world. And that's what we're all about. And we've just touched on it, and we're like, holy fuck, we need to share this with our community, with our brothers and sisters. And we have so much juicy content and experiences and life-changing opportunities coming out.
Allowing unique soul expression, because everyone has beautiful gifts and talents, and we're all so different, and it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful to create a space for allowing that to shine through for others, and that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, just dropping all the comparison. What would that give you? You could drop away all the comparison and all the facades around, oh fuck, I don't want to go to that level, I don't want to, it's all too much. You know, once you can clear them fears and really start stepping into the space with your tribe, with your community, it's absolute magic.
It's so much fun. It's playful.
Magic.
Oh, so much energy.
Yeah.
So, on that note, do we want to talk about Awaken True Self?
Yeah, Awaken True Self is coming very soon.
20th of June at EQ Wellness Centre, we have our full day immersion. Initiations, full day with the values to really awaken your unique soul expression, your true self, you know, allowing that to shine through. So that's at EQ Wellness Centre, 10 to 4 p.m. And we'll drop the link in the comments if anyone's interested in the event. But if you have any questions as well, drop us a PM.
Yeah, it's going to be full fire. We've got so much coming up, and we've got, you know, more embodied experience as well. And I just guess, you know, really tuning into what is for us. And these are all our signature soul birthings. You know, all the amazing medicine we've been, you know, just been called to like serve to this world, and it's come to 5 years of being in this space, and it's like, right, this is it. This is where we want to go with everything. This is all the bullshit and the fluff we want to cut out of it, and really want to go deep and get to the truth, because the true frequency will set us all free. And when we're more in our truth, we're in our sovereignty. Wow, there's so much aliveness, expansion, more love, more freedom. And I haven't felt this alive and this free for a long time, you know? And I would say I was doing the fucking work. Well, maybe that was a facade many of us run, you know, or that's all we know.
Everything has its place though. There's levels up, like, well, when people do bits and pieces, that's beautiful. At least you're showing up for yourself, and be proud of yourself when you do show up and you do the work on yourself, you know. But true transformation lies when you go all the way in. All the way. Commit for a longer period of time.
Straight over your edge.
That's where true transformation lies, and that's where our integrity is now, because we know that. I feel complete.
I feel pretty complete.
Yay, it's good to jump on, guys, and just know that no one is like you. You are unique, and you're a beautiful soul, and I can't wait to meet the true you.
So much love. Thanks for dropping by, everybody, and everybody who jumped on a replay. Say hello, Scotty, Courtney, Rochelle. Awesome. Much love.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.